Hello and welcome to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain Part 13, I do, yeah, Part 13. I was about to say I do believe that I remembered. We should load up from where I last left off at, which I believe was starting the mission, or was that Mother Base? Or maybe the... Okay.
Several high-level British CFA officials are being held by their Afrikaner colleagues. One of these prisoners is the rescue target, a guy known as...
Let me restart this.
The target's location is unknown, but they're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him. We've used it.
There we go. Sorry, I kept hitting the wrong button. There we go.
Several high-level British CFA officials are being held by their Afrikaner colleagues. One of these prisoners is the rescue target, a guy known as the Viscount. The target's location is unknown, but they're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him. We've used info from the intel unit to predict the interpreter's location. It's on your iDroid. Follow the interpreter and extract the target when you find him. The interpreter will be present for the rescue target's interrogation. He's a CFA Mark II, but he serves as a language specialist. His job is English Afrikaans simultaneous interpreting. Tail him to find out where they're keeping the target. That's the rescue target known as the Viscount. But don't let that fool you. He's no aristocrat. He started out in the British Army's Scots Guards, moved on to the SAS, then became a mercenary and helped create the CFA. How he earned the moniker is unclear.
So long as his own members betrayed him, shows you how loyal a mercenary can be.
Be careful not to draw the enemy's attention. The interpreter. Now follow him to the target. That's not the target. Orders are only the Viscount gets rescued. Can't understand why he'd receive special treatment, but I don't... The CFA are all business. Hard to believe they're interrogating their own. Situation must be worse than we've...
Hope I restart for check moves because I kind of interrupted that little speech.
Several high-level British CFA officials are being held by their Afrikaner colleagues. One of these prisoners is the rescue target, a guy known as the Viscount. The target's location is unknown, but they're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him. We've used info from the intel unit to predict the interpreter's location. It's on your iDroid. Follow the interpreter and extract the target when you find him. That's not the target. The CFA are all business. Hard to believe they're interrogating their own. Situation must be worse than we thought. Make a wrong move, and they could kill the target without warning. Afrikaans is the lingua franca for mercs in that area. If you're going to get any information from interrogations, you'll need an interpreter. But don't extract the interpreter just yet. If he doesn't turn up, they won't be able to do the interrogation. If they then decide the target's no longer any use to them, they won't hesitate to kill him. You extracted wasn't the target, but we did get some information. Seems the prisoners aren't held together, and the cells and interrogation rooms are separate places. Be careful not to draw the enemy's attention.
That caused you.
That prisoner wasn't the target either. We got some more information, though. They're going to interrogate the target at night.
Good. Good.
They're working for one of the bigger PFs, the Contract Forces of Africa, CFA for short. These guys are all business. Mercenary work is strictly about the money to them. Either way, they're no threat to us. The target's location is unknown. They're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him. Follow the interpreter and extract the target when you find him.
Good. Good.
CFP, dis routine. Ons het net die gebied bespied. Ons kon iemand vind nie. Oor.
Dit is CFP, begryp. Moenie verslap nie. Hulle kan steeds in die gebied wees. Uit!
Een word vermis. Ag, sak. Kan jy nie oorblywende een om te praat. Waar het julle die inligting oor die MPLA se olieveld regtig gekry?
Where did you get the information on the MPLA's oil field rights?
Nah, I really don't know.
Sy sê dat sy niks weet.
Believe me.
So jy verwag van my om te glo. Jy het die MPLA gekontak op inligting van 'n anonieme bron.
You mean you attempted to contact the MPLA based on information from an unknown source?
I didn't try to hide anything. The Viscount said to keep quiet for now. That's all.
Sy sê sy het nie bedoel om iets weg te steek nie, maar die burggraaf het haar stilgehou.
Dus as die burggraaf se skuld. Goed. Die burggraaf kan ons die res vertel.
En 'n Viscount kan tell us the rest.
Wait. At least talk to the Viscount.
Hou jou bek. Wat nou?
Hold him off!
This most recent prisoner wasn't a target either, but we did learn the target's field of movement. Boss, with that panic going on, they could decide to kill the target. Hurry.
CFP, dis Delta 6. Sag verloor op vyand. Bespied laaste punt van kontak. Oor.
Dit is CFP, begryp. Wees op jy uitkyk vir enige beweging. Uit. Don't forget to check indoors. There may be clues regarding the target's whereabouts.
CFP, dis Delta 6. Vyand buite sig. Soek nou. Oor.
Dit is CFP, begryp. Moenie laat hulle julle voorspring nie. Houd die voort. Uit. HK. Dis CFP. Ons het die fans ingetrek, maar kontak verloor na 'n kruisvuur. Vyand kan nog iewers
is CP, begryp. Wees beraad. Moenie hulle vinnig gee nie. Uit! Sorry, dit is CP. Ons het instruksie op die prisonier. Raak ontslaaf van die prisonier soos per handleiding. Herhaal, raak ontslaaf van die prisonier. Oor.
If you run into trouble, give us a call. We may be able to offer some advice.
All right.
CP is Delta 9. Verdagte insig. Ons gaan ondersoek instel. Oor. Dit is CP, begryp. Wees op jou hoede. Uit! CP, dis Delta 1. Bedreiging gemaak. Groep gereedheid. Oor. Dit is CP, begryp. Bespied die omgewing. Uit!
Sadly, I have a fine feeling I'm going to get caught right here. It's just too freaking bright in this area.
This is a list of prisoner detainment locations.
Knew it. Thank goodness you didn't have a freaking helmet on.
Go get him.
D-Dog, your sacrifice will not be in vain.
Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
CP is so 6. Ons het 'n moontlike indringer. Wees op gereedheid vir aanslag. Oor. Dit is CP, begryp. Moenie sekuriteit verslap nie. Uit!
Get yourself out of the hot zone. By chopper or by land. It's your choice.
We could sure use that interpreter, too. Think you can extract him?
Oh, jeez.
Spit it out. Speak. Speak. Spit it out. Where are your friends?
Alright, that's the interpreter extracted. All you need to do now is exfiltrate the hot zone. Roger. Your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Okay.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Reporting.
Okay, that mission went a lot better than it did yesterday.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
Ooh, I got D-Dog's fetching almost all the way up. Boom, boom, boom. Down, down, down. Oh, they actually changed the theme a little bit. Kojima.
Boss, one of the other British prisoners filled us in about the Viscount. It turns out he's a real two-faced son of a bitch. He was planning to secure the MPLA's oil field rights for himself in exchange for swapping the CFA's alliance from the anti-government United rebels to the state-backed MPLA. He hid this from the Afrikaners, but once he thought the jig was up, he tried to pin it on the other British personnel and take off. The Afrikaners captured him, and that was when he asked us to rescue him, and only him. I'll throw him in the brig for now, but we may have to be extra persuasive with this one. By the way, boss, we got some interesting news out of our friend the Viscount. He mentioned that more than a few PFs in the region have purchased walker gears. The CFA's the same. That's Soviet Army technology, and it's still a prototype. Only Cypher could be leaking it to the PFs. But the question is, why?
Good. You captured it alive.
Boss, one of the latest missions to come in is connected to the walker gears. This could be our chance to close in on Cypher. Take a look at your mission list.
hard to believe how many of those bipedal weapons have popped up around Africa.
When did that start?
No more than 6 months ago. Didn't really hit me until I came here.
They're not supposed to be in use yet. Emmerich says they were still doing the last round of fine-tuning.
The doctor has no idea. His research has already hit the black market. Both sides of the Iron Curtain will have it by now. Even so, they're spreading much too fast. Sure, the Walker gears can operate in any terrain. Their mobility's just as good in the jungle as it is in the desert. That would come in handy in a place like Africa. They are modules that can one day be used as nuclear weapon systems. And with that in mind, the numbers are way too large. There must be another reason they're so widespread.
Like what?
It's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product is a dream come true. Hell, it goes beyond PFs. This is the ultimate weapon, the forbidden fruit, for anyone with an enemy to fight and people to defend.
A nuclear deterrent.
Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, why is Cypher letting everyone and his brother get their hands on one? What comes next? Selling nuclear weapons in the open? Making them public property?
Why don't they give that a try? Then the next war really will be fought with sticks.
Right. The man we're dealing with isn't foolish enough to make a suicide pact with the world.
So, what is Cypher really up to?
Boss, I need to talk to you about this. Quiet. Can you meet me at her cell here on the base? Whenever's fine. Thanks.
She, refuses to wear clothes. The last staff member who tried to dress her, breathing through tubes. Other than that, she's completely cooperative. She understands English. She never speaks, sweats, or breathes.
What?
Well, not with lungs, at least. She breathes through her skin. Clothing would suffocate her. Showers are okay, but she can't be submerged.
What's wrong with her?
She's drinking through her skin.
She's okay?
She's okay. She just can't move when she's taking in water. Look. See that? She hasn't eaten a thing since she got here.
She doesn't eat either?
Never. It's photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. That's the verdict from the medical staff?
No, the jury's still out. It's the only explanation for what we've seen. The GRU had a man with that ability in its Cobra unit. Now, we don't think she's contagious, but some of the staff can't stomach her. It's starting to affect morale.
Can't you send her on a mission?
By herself? No. But as you know, she does have skill. Why not take her out on one of your missions? She seems to like you. Of course, only if you think she'll be useful. Next time you go out, you keep her in mind.
Good dog.
And that member of the GRU that had similar powers as Quiet was the member of the Cobra unit. Oh, it won't let me jump over towards Ocelot. As you can see, Ocelot almost has the getup that he has in Metal Gear Solid.
Welcome back, boss.
Talk.
Okay, rough diamonds up there.
I hope you keep that woman locked up, boss.
Spit it out.
Alright, let's go visit Paz. If it lets me.
Oh, Snake! What is it, Snake? Remember Professor Galvez on his instrument during Peace Day? Woo-wee. Such a funny sound for a musical instrument. He said the Soviets invented it. Everyone sure seemed impressed. Music has no borders. The professor taught me that. Where's Professor Galvez anyway? I'm sorry, Snake. My head hurts. Could you let me rest? Gallo Pinto.
Quiet still hasn't made any moves. It's got me thinking.
What?
If you took her on a mission, she might break her silence.
You want to let her out?
Sure. Make her no different to the others. Everyone you pick up works for themselves, right?
But her...
I say work with her. See what happens. I wouldn't ask this of anyone but you. On missions, I'll make sure we have someone observing from a distance, and she won't be allowed access to all of the base. As for Miller, well, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. The best part is, hiding is her specialty. If no one sees her leave the base, the staff will be none the wiser.
And if she gets away?
If that happens, you'll have to take care of her. But I have faith in you, boss. I think Quiet sees something in you.
It's a big risk.
But it's for the good of all of us. And besides, you can't deny her talent. Her unique skills and abilities would give you a hell of an edge out there.
I'll think it over.
How long are we gonna keep that woman here?
You mean Quiet?
My personal feelings aside, she's putting everybody on edge. You should hear the stories. I got sick from just standing guard at her cell. I won't stand on the same platform as that witch. She hit me for no reason.
What is this, a private army or a kindergarten?
The thing is, they're all serious. They're faced with something they don't understand, and a kind of mass hysteria has broken out. I've gotten wind of countless plots to take her out.
There are no grounds for this suspicion whatsoever. Put yourself in her shoes, assuming they see her as a prisoner here. No, even more so, if they do, she deserves to be treated humanely. I always thought our men were a bit more noble-minded, but... Look, I understand this is a stressful line of work, but to make her the scapegoat...
You've got it wrong. Quiet? She's with Cypher. We have men that lost their buddies to her organization.
You could say that about more than just her. Plenty of the men used to fight for another side, but they've all put that aside to work for the boss.
Cypher is different. And if you ask me, the boss is the biggest problem. Why is he protecting her? Some of the guys are starting to suspect him of... I don't agree with keeping her here either.
So what's your move? Throw her out? Kill her? She's our ticket to Cypher. And her physical abilities are outstanding. We could use someone like her.
Don't make me sick.
I'll mute myself in a minute. It's about to get loud in my house.
Her marksmanship, speed, stealth capabilities for a start. Then, there are the other things we've learned. Quiet appears to be able to use both eyes as master eyes simultaneously. That lets her track targets of different focal lengths at once. While looking through the scope with one eye, she can look for new targets with the other. That's why she doesn't need a spotter. She can operate alone, no matter the circumstances.
See, I told you she's a freak. No one would be able to control her.
No, there's one person who could.
Hey, you trying to get the boss killed?
Well, why don't we talk to him? See if he's willing to take her along.
I don't like this.
It's his decision to make. The two of them might even make a good team.
There is going to be a kind of festival held on Mother Base. They are calling it Peace Day. Snake and his men may be without a nation, but they are still an army, and that means sometimes they have to fight the bad guys. Of course, they should not fight at all. It is obvious to me that any problem can be solved with reasonable discussion. Maybe Snake and the others think so too, because the idea is to set aside war for one day a year and relax in peace. I do not know how it came about, but apparently Snake and Miller got the idea while they were talking, and everyone on Mother Base went along with it. To think that deep down they all share a love of peace, that makes me happy. But never mind that. Somehow I have ended up singing on stage. Miller was all, "Come on, both our names mean peace. It will be great." Why does that mean we have to be in a band? Then he roped Professor Galvez in too, saying, "Hey, Galvez comes from peace too. We are the perfect act." I am not sure Miller really understands the origins of the name Galvez. But then again, you always have to take Miller's talk with a grain of salt. What I cannot believe is he went and told everyone we'd be performing together without even asking my opinion. Now everyone thinks it has all been decided. I like to sing, but I have never had to perform in front of a crowd. I do not think I'm up to this. But everyone seems to be looking forward to it. I guess I would hate to let them down. And anything is better than letting Miller sing. Oh, that was mean. Miller said he was going to write a song for us. I wonder what it will be like. It is funny. The more nervous I get, the more I find myself looking forward to it.
I'll answer that question in a few minutes.
Roger.
Weather surveillance indicates turbulence out there. Try not to get knocked out of the sky. Got it.
Quiet? Where does she think she's going?
You want to head out with the boss?
That'll be the day.
I don't see a problem with it, so long as she's with you. She's a crack shot, damn fine scout. Well suited for a clandestine op. Which is more than I can say for the others.
There's nothing damn fine about this... thing.
Here.
Hey,
Blades.
wait a minute! That thing costs a lot of money!
See each individual blade. And her depth perception.
You want in? This is ridiculous. She doesn't talk. How could you possibly stay in communication?
Right. I like working solo anyway.
Looks like you've gotten used to working with Quiet. I don't see a problem with giving her some new weapons. I've already talked it over with the R&D team. Being a scout sniper, there are two tasks you can give Quiet. The first is to infiltrate an outpost ahead of you and scout out the enemy's positions. The second is to send her to a sniping position and have her cover your infiltration. The kind of sniper support she'll provide will depend on the weapon you give her. Of course, this is all assuming she's willing to follow orders.
Okay, to answer your question, Buster, you do have to play both versions of Metal Gear Solid 5 as far as Ground Zeroes, because Ground Zeroes takes place before the Phantom Pain. But what I would recommend is finding, well, no, they do have a definitive edition, never mind. I would probably get the definitive version if I was you, because I believe that's what it's called, of Metal Gear Solid 5. Give me a minute, I have to find my phone. I can tell you if that's what it's called. Give me 1 second. Got it on the charger. Oh, I have to wait for it to boot up. Pardon me, the yawn came up on me. Alright, let me look it up for a quick second to make sure that's what it's called. Okay, it is called the Definitive Edition. Definitive Edition, I would say you might want to get, because the Definitive Edition has both parts to the game, as far as Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain. Sorry, my brain kind of lost train of thought, because like with the state that Big Boss is in right here, Phantom Pain not Phantom Pain, but Ground Zeroes is mainly tells you how he got into this kind of state, as far as with the shrapnel metal in his head. And I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but the whole point his one hand is red is because it's a prosthetic hand. But I'm going to end my Let's Play right here, because I do have some company now. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, Buster. I did watch your videos, I just couldn't think of anything to comment on it and stuff. The Definitive Edition's title is, give me a minute, my phone turned off. Metal Gear Solid 5, the Definitive Experience. That's what it's called. Oh hey, I'm about to end my Let's Play of this game. I tried to do another one to this game later on today, because I got company right now, so I'm going to end this live stream. So thank you for coming to my live stream. Thank you for watching. Have a good day or night, depending on the time you view this video, and be safe out there. And thank you for watching. I'll wait to make sure that Buster got the name written down. I didn't even know that Buster was a Metal Gear fan. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the next live stream.